Thank you all for coming out tonight. Francis DiMenno committed suicide. Yeah. Oh, thank you, Charlie. Yeah, try it. I'm leaving this town. I'm taking the train. It rhymes with pain. Everything stays the same. I'll move to the woods. I'll do what's good. I won't have a TV, but my friends can visit me. If you call, leaving this town, I'm taking the train. Seems like everything stays the same, and that rhymes with pain. I'll do what's good. I'll chop some wood. I'll build a little cabin. I'll be all alone. You should tell her, I'm leaving this town. Thank you. All right, I'll try another experimental song. What the hell? Jim, you're having a big effect on my writing here. Those stops and screams as far as the smile. My boss, he owns an eating place. He's always getting in my face. He's worried I won't keep the pace. He violates my breathing space. He doesn't have a single social grace. But he keeps on telling me, the customer is always right. The customer is always right. Let him fuss and let him fight, but the customer is always right. My boss, he runs a bar and grill. His fingers is a windowsill. The liquor there will make you ill. He's worried that we'll tap the till. He hates the customers, but still he says to me, says, the customer is always right. The customer is always right. Let him fuss and let him fight. And I pull the string. That'll be all tonight. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3. My boss, he owns a donut shop. He works to want a drop. He puts the hidden charges on the top. He makes me push a slimy mop out, sipping coffee with a cop. So he says to me, the customer is always right. The customer is always right. Let him fuss and let him fight, but the customer is always right. Someday I'm gonna own a store. I'm gonna put some carpet on the floor. I'm gonna hire a waitress, not a whore. I'm gonna treat my workers at the door. I'm gonna let them know the score. I'm gonna tell them the customer is never right. Let them fuss and let them fight. The customer is always wrong. And that is the moral of this silly song. All right. Somebody else want to come up here? Yeah. All right.
Thank you, Jeff. That was great. The 3/4. I just wrote this last night, or early this morning rather. So you all are going to have the privilege to be the first to hear it. This, of course, does deny you the greater privilege of not hearing it at all. It's the longest thing I've ever done. It's called Beyond the March of Time. Life beyond... Up it up already. Start over. Life behind a leaf, wet cakes on a gravy train. Instinctive lines mapped out on a voyage with direction but no purpose. Failures mistaken and goals unpunished as trophies line the oaken walls, shedding tears as time pours through with laughter and red plastic, timeless macrame, and do-it-yourself tradition. While odors given permanence through warmth and reflection lie in wait for a late summer's awakening. Looking back through an ancient glass passed around and between spots of imminent decay, one lives many lives. The eyes mist over and the mind takes wing in many forms, dancing with flickering phantoms conjured with association and made to relate. What now of this and what then? Which one? A question shattered with the overlap of ages. And all the while, marching, marching, everybody marching. No one understands regularity, therefore craved and abused and divided freedom too dear. No way, this way to no way, above which one more movement stands revealed again, against the background of the march of time. Train goes, train goes, past the bunkers, past the airport, past the gates through which all life must pass. Beneath the clouded cloak of dawn, two grave robbers at work, plundering the night for secrets, hope to get the dead to talk. That different drummer got boring, lulled comatose by its own colorfully monotonous tattoo, warped through neglect, stretching unevenly into a dull thud, thud. The head was dead. Then spinning mice arrived to save the day, planted quickly and grown under special lamps. New systems impressed the discriminating buyer, and while satin pillows gained stability, the dancers finally took the streets. Bright nights, big city, white heat, and a pumped-up temple throb could shake the plates off the perennial greasy spoon establishment nearby without complaint until the ground cracked open on the islands like a festering wound, and up stood solid ooze, erect and proud, gaining followers, transforming the night and frightening the day, in due time swelling and popping, and spewing the scene with slime and leaving the legions to ludicrous imitation. Taboo, 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 the freshly fallen snow is still white. Reckless underground, you hold sway over those who outgrew the glove. Take to the sewers, for there's nowhere else to go. And when did more become the one dimension? This is, of course, another stupid question. Droves of a new breed slowly coagulate, a new petri dish is warm. Steady snails marking skinny trails on the horizon. There's money to move and harbors to clean. A veritable plethora of new experience to excite and delight. It sits upon and with a stage of steel and wood and warm pavement and green, green grass. Waiting, stage waiting, as the dawn of a new day dawns, with one eye on the manhole, as the other one watches the clock. Thank you.
You heard it here first.
That's all?
All right. Whoa. You want him on, Francis?
Well, there's so many of you here today that I thought that maybe it'd be kind of nice and interesting if we did the usual weekly exercise in which one of you picks an occupation and the other one picks a location, and we write a 2-minute stud circle mini biography. Concept and execution originated in the Middle East. Anyway, stupid. So, do we have an occupation?
Father Christmas.
Oh, come on.
Good occupation.
How about a location? Well, where else but the North Pole? Gee, I don't know. This Christmas stuff, it sort of gets me down. Do we have a different occupation?
All right, terrorist.
Oh, that's a good one. I like that a lot.
South Pole.
It has to be in the United States, though. A U.S. terrorist. What city?
Miami.
We already did Miami. We already did Miami.
All right.
Getting kind of selective.
I'm sorry.
Bloomington, Indiana.
Yeah, we did Bloomington.
Really?
Hometown.
No way.
John
Nome, Alaska.
We already did Nome, too. Well, I'll tell you.
Fall River, Massachusetts. New Bedford, Massachusetts.
New Bedford.
There we
New
go.
Bedford.
Terrorist. Julie, your hair's all wet.
You're trying to pin that pool table thing on me. But I wasn't anywhere in the neighborhood that night. I was out with a bunch of my fellow American Indians, and we were fishing illegal drugs out of the harbor. So you see, we couldn't very well have been there that night. And now you're making a movie out of it. They ought to make a movie about me so I can pay my lawyer. I'll tell you, the cops weren't very happy to see me pulling in those bales of heroin in a fishnet. No, they got me with intent to distribute, like
I was gonna keep them all or I'd sell them.
But, well, hell, I don't know. What kind of movie would they make of my life, those studs? It's been one downhill slide after another, I'll tell you. Growing up, New Bedford, seeing all the alcoholic old guys in their fedora hats spitting up in the bus station. I'll tell you, New Bedford's no bed of roses. Hey, I ought to be a comedian. Anyways, studs, I've taken up enough of your time and I gotta go fix, so I'll talk to you later. Thanks for visiting. Now remember, you said you'd come once a month.
I'm sick as a dog again. Someone play all my slow stuff since you're all here. There are too few of you to leave. Francis will beat you up on the way out, so you can't leave. I'll just play all my serious stuff.
We're leaving. I gotta rehearse it, sorry.
Well, all right. I think you're great as shit, man. Shit, man, I tell you. Thank you.
I like the shirt too.
Thank you. John and I went to the beach. We played games of make-believe, pretending we were Superman. And when John and I go to school, we play games of make-believe, pretending we were Superman. I'll never grow up, that's what he said to me. Never grow up, stay the same. Never grow up, promise me, John and I will never change. John and I to go to school. We play games of make-believe, pretending we were Superman. Superman, we're Superman. I was serious about that. It's kind of a mellow day, I don't know. I'm in a mellow mood. You know, you don't like it? You don't like it? You're gonna have to drag me off the stage. cigarette when I get in the mellow mood. Everybody says she's crazy and she's living on the floor. She stays alone all day in an apartment without furniture. One day an ambulance came to take her to a place. They said to make her better, but I've never seen her since. There are soldiers, soldiers, there are soldiers in the city. There are soldiers, soldiers, there are soldiers in the city. You know, I saw it on the news, there was a fire in the armory, spreading through the mattresses and people's cots. And it might have been a bomb because it woke me from my sleep last night. But everybody I talk to seems to have forgot. There are soldiers, soldiers, there are soldiers in the city. There are soldiers, soldiers, there are soldiers in the city. In the city. In the city. In the city. You know, he wasn't too concerned as he signed the pledge to quality and to giving his employer his fair share. Because for what they pay him, they want 200% of his services and family time. He thinks it's absolutely fair. There are soldiers, soldiers, there are soldiers in the city. There are soldiers, soldiers, there are soldiers in the city. Well, now it's Christmas morning and I'm watching the parade coming out of the streets along 6th Avenue. And in the back is Santa, in the front is Mickey Mouse, and in the middle marching there is me and you. There are soldiers, soldiers, there are soldiers in the city. There are soldiers, soldiers, there are soldiers in the city. There are soldiers in the city. There are soldiers in the city. There are soldiers. Can't be so mean and just play serious songs.
Play mean, you fight your head off.
I feel like I'm just, just resorting to this. I wrote a really disgusting song a long time ago. You want to hear it?
Yeah.
This is something you haven't heard yet.
All right.
This is called Big Fat Hairy Man, okay? And anybody who's a feminist is going to really hate me or really think that I have really me for that, but you'd feel good because you'd have it. You know, there it would be. But I went to see Mary Daly speak. Anybody have, I don't know if anybody's seen Mary Daly speak. She's from around here, and she's a radical lesbian separatist feminist. And I was around Bryn Mawr College, so I went to her to speak, and they let men in, which is a change. Doesn't usually let men hear her speak. But I went, and I sat in the back row, and I didn't ask any questions because she said men's questions are boring. So we didn't ask any questions, and I didn't mind really. But I thought that I was going to be really offended. And it turned out I wasn't really offended, I was inspired. And I went home and wrote a song about it because I found that she was talking about men a lot. And I felt that she really was talking to me as a man. And this is what she said. Most of this is direct quotes. I'm a lustful, destructive son of a witch. I fuck the air, land, and water, and in my bitch. I go off to work to think about ways to fuck up the earth and to nuke all the gays. I'm a man. I am what I am. I'm a man. P-E-N-I-S spells man. I'm a big, fat, hairy man. Woo! Two things that men can do, women can't do it all, and that's fuck with their pants on or piss on a wall. And that's what we're proud of, yeah, and that's why we're here, smoking our cigars and drinking our beer. We're a man. We am what we am, we're a man. E-N-I-S spells man. I'm a big, fat, hairy man. Well, man's questions may be boring. Well, that may be true. But anytime we want, we can beat the shit out of you. Oh, we like to fuck women, yeah. At least 4 or 5 at a time. We don't even care if they're dead or alive. We're a man. I am what I am, I'm a man. B-E-N-I-S spells D-I-C-K spells S-H-M-U-C-K spells man. I'm a big, fat, hairy man.
Two more.
You want to go up? Stretch it.
Aw.
Stretch it. You want to go up? Stretch it. Ready?
Well,
Two new ones.
new ones you haven't heard, that's the important thing here. Have you heard Everybody Gets the Blues? Well, okay. I got a ride off of the downside of the highway with a man named Dovey who was finishing a beer. We bought some burgers in a big red diner. Back on the road we threw the wrappers out of the window into America. Everybody's an individual in America. Everybody gets the blues. Hey look, there's 1,000 brand new products from which to choose in America. I had a dream I'd be a famous writer. You had a dream to be a millionaire.
took a plane to California. Looked out the window and my dream was in the air over America. Everybody's an individual in America. Everybody's an individual in America. Everybody gets the blues. Hey look, there's 1,000 brand new products from which to choose in America. Ooh, ooh, ooh. One time, one day, one year, my dad was smiling. Mom couldn't figure out why. The doorbell rang, it was a brand new dishwasher, all wrapped up in America. Everybody's an individual in America. Everybody's an individual in America. Everybody's an individual in America. Everybody gets the blues. Hey look, there's 1,000 brand new products from which to choose in America. You said two, right? I think one more, right? Here's one I haven't done in a long time. So long, I don't think I know how to do it anymore. You know what they say? You know what they say? They say, you don't say what you don't want. You better get that in your head. Don't make no difference to no one. First you're born and then you're dead. You know I don't want to know about nothing no one knows or anybody said. I wake up in the morning, I get the paper on the floor. There's a war in Nicaragua, and the islanders took 4. I don't have time to talk now, honey. Will you please just let me out the door? The man who owns the restaurant drives a Cadillac sedan. There's the lady in the alley eating dog food from a can. My father said I never have to worry about what I don't understand. I don't want to see it. I don't want to hear it. I gotta get on with it. Let's not talk about it. I don't want to know, 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 I don't want to know. No, 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 no. Over at the quarry, the boys have really got it made. They got their ladies in the kitchen, and they burn in the shade.
My father said he never had to worry if I know I'm getting paid. He said, we got enough to worry about, son. Just don't look for more today. You know, it's getting much too difficult. I just don't hear a thing you say. It's your thinking about what's happening that's getting in the way. I don't want to hear it. I don't want to see it. I gotta get on with it. Let's not talk about it. I don't want to know, 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 I don't want to know. No, 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 no. Person tells me another country's got the bomb. I hear, Daddy, can I see you? Go and tell it to your mom. I'm much too tired to think about where anybody else is coming from. My little girl's got education. But what good it's gonna do. She's a young idealistic. Well, we'll see when she gets through. Yeah, it's all just one big situation comedy. The laugh track is on you, cause you don't see what you don't want. You better get that in your head. Don't mean no anything to no one. First you're born and then you're dead. You know I don't want to know about nothing no one knows or anybody said. I don't want to hear it. I don't want to see it. I gotta get it over with. Just don't talk about it. I don't want to know, 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 I don't want to know. No, 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 no. No, no. No, 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 no. No, 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 no.
I wish I looked like a little puppy dog, you know me?
Hello?
Hi, John.
Hi.
Come on, it's great. We're all be on video. Come on, rush the stage.
You don't miss this opportunity to sit at the feet of the master.
The
The
master.
master. And of course, if you do come up here, actually it does help. See, like a singer has a little bit of an advantage because they can just kind of play the guitar and sing, and people can enjoy, maybe even whisper a little bit. The comic, if I say something and you don't react, it sucks. You know what's actually worse? You know what's actually worse is when somebody patronizes you with a silly laugh like that.
That's the only one I got.
No, I don't mean silly like that. It's just, you're fine. Oh, well, this would be interesting. It'd be the last time I was here, they had a guy fixing the carpeting, and he was pounding nails the whole time I was on stage.
It made you sound better.
Classic performance.
Yeah, well, hey, I was just coming down here tonight to help put 1988 in perspective. Some good things happened to me this year, and some not so good things. I moved to Boston from me there. I was kind of like, I moved over to Newberry Street. Maybe some of you shopped in my apartment.
Open house.
Yeah, this is going to be great. This is the kind of thing when someday when I'm on Carson, I'll talk about the places I played way back when. Let's
Bill, come and
see.
sit at the foot of the master.
That's right.
The master.
Let's see. This year I got my ears pierced. I didn't get any earrings though. I just did it because it was free. I got some new roommates. Let's see. They like to talk about the big issues. The PLO, does it have a right to exist? Will Bush and Gorbachev get together? Do you hang the toilet paper so it rolls out of the top or the bottom? Seems to be a big one. Whoa. Most action I've had in a while. Let's see what else is going on. I went to see I got culturally awakened this year. I went to see some plays. I think the best one I saw was a play. It was originally a book written by Victor Hugo. It was a movie about the French Revolution. A little orphan girl, 3-hour musical. Maybe some of you saw it. Les Miserables.
That's Bob.
Thank you. Oh, is this the audience participation part?
I saw it too.
No, this is Jeopardy. Da-na-na-na. Okay, no. What is? That's right. You didn't form it in the phrase of a question. That's wrong. Sorry. I went with my girlfriend to that, well, my ex-girlfriend. I went through a breakup this year, and at the time it was very painful. That's past now, so I returned the 20 clocks I bought. Well, everybody said time heals all, so. Yeah. Well, being the positive thinker that I am, every ending's a beginning. That's the way I like to look at it. Every ending's a beginning, so every woman I see, I think, she has the potential to be the next one to bring me ultimate grief. Like I said, it's much easier being a singer with a crowd of 4 or 5. Yeah, I'll just pretend that you're out there and you're really enjoying it. You're like one of those silent belly laughers. Oh, I'm enjoying myself, and that counts for something, I think. Let's see, what else happened? Oh yeah, woman. I went out with this woman once for 3 months, and then I thought she was the one. We proceeded to break up over the next 2.5 years. Thank you, Ed. Yeah. Let's see, broke up in the next 2.5 years. So then we went from there to, this is the tightest set I've ever done. Let's see. So I broke up with her after 2.5 years. No, over 2.5 years. You know what it's like. I never want to see you again. She says, okay, fine, me too. 2 weeks later, you're on the phone. It's like, I know I said never again, but can we still fuck? I never said the F word on stage, so this is kind of a breakthrough for me. I said that to my father the other day. Dad, I didn't see a therapist. I had a breakthrough. He's like, what, a grapefruit? Oh, I stole that. I'm an honest guy. Yeah. Well, my friend said it was for the better because they all said this woman's a bitch. And I said, come on, she tried. You know, like, one night she comes home and says, John, let's do something really different tonight. We'll stay in, I'll cook you dinner, and I'll be nice to you. And she used to get mad at me for the darndest things. Like the time I borrowed a chapstick because I couldn't find the preparation H. I know, you're all thinking, how did I explain to the doctor how I got that cold sore? Sometimes I can't believe I say these things. You know, if it feels good, do it. Okay, let's see. So yeah, sexually, you know, sex today, if anybody's having sex, it seems like everyone's busy and they're planning it out. And I think that makes it seem so artificial, especially when you're alone. Sex. Do you remember your first time? I do. It's like, I crawled into the sheets, rolled over on top of her. Bravely, she looked up at me and said, "I'm ready." I looked down and I said, "Oops, I'm done." I know, the woman going, "Hey, that's no joke. That's happened to me before." And the guys are like, "Hey, no way. 2, 3 hours. Come on." Electric company, when they need some extra power, they call me up. "Hey, hook up to the generator, will you?" Oh, well, I tell you, that's about it for my respect. But since it's so close to Christmas, I kind of wrote a little poem, and since there's some singers out here, I'm going to sing a little song, okay? So here we go. As Christmas was just a couple of yesterdays, I'd like to sing a carol for you in my own special way. Since I don't sing so great, please give me a break if I hesitate. So here I go with my song. Luckily, I don't see any gong. So join in, if you please, for my rendition of Hark the Herald in Japanese. Sushi rice nai-kan nakasoni Honda Isuzu Fuji Mitsubishi Toshiba JVC Sanyo Sony Nissan Datsun Panasonic Minolta Asi Pentax Casio Yamaha Tasco, Nintendo, Toyota, everybody. Casio, Yamaha, Tasco, Nintendo, Toyota. Thank you. Now, would anybody else like to come up here? After you've seen me up here, you know you can do no wrong.
I'd like to make a couple mountains.
Okay, we're going to come back to your host here for the tightest show in Boston. And here's your host, J-Gags.
Thank you. Big head. Okay, I'd like to say that these cabaret shows are going to start at 1:90 on Saturday nights from 4:30 to 7. And just to tell you all the available information, I'm going to post these around. And I need to get people there, so all you comedians, funny people, if you know anyone, just tell them that it would really help if they came down there and also come here. And, I don't know.
You're the funniest person I know.
Yeah, but that's not on purpose.
Are you going to be there?
I will be there. So, now, for our next performer.
Yeah.
Greg?
Carl.
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 See, and I also remember everyone's name.
You got to tune that guitar, Jeff.
All right, hold on.
We're going to use,
You use Jim.
Jim said we could use his. Excellent.
Very nice guitar.
Thanks, Jim.
Jim's a very nice person to let us use his guitar.
Looking for a pick.
I have a pick. I have these nice lightweight picks.
Yeah, I forgot.
Oh, this isn't a plug-in?
You want me to grab that from Jeff?
Here, right here.
Thanks, Jeff.
Okay.
You want me to plug it into your
Yeah, you can plug it in and even mic it if you want to.
Use all the options.
All the options. Maximize that sound.
You want this mic?
Oh, whatever you want to do with it.
See, I don't know how to sing.
That's good.
I'm such a beginner.
Whatever you want to do.
Last night, see, I'm just learning how to play the guitar. I've been writing poetry for a long time, but I just started learning to play the guitar. And last night I tried playing at O'Brien's at this open mic that they have. And I tried playing standing up, and I noticed when you stand up, you can't look at what your fingers are doing, so I had to stop midway through one song and say, sorry folks, I can't fucking play this song. So these are going to be real simple songs. I hope your intelligence will not be too insulted, but there will only be a couple of them. You can drink beer and forget I exist. I introduced that so glibly. This is a story about a little girl in Roxbury who was shot at the age of 12 last summer. For the holiday season. I've got my feet, I've got my shoes. I'm not gonna stick around and watch the evening news. I've seen it all, I'm not 10 feet tall. I can't stand for this. It's all such hit or miss. It's a warm and starry August night. A girl sitting on a mailbox, such a pretty sight. Who could know how this night would end? A friend or two along the street, they laugh about the time they beat their brothers in a race around the block. But soon the clock would stop. Who said the first would be last? How do we turn the present into the past? A car goes by, stops on a dime, and the change it leaves is lost in time. A shot drinks up this summer night, and all that's left for the cameras is the ugly sight of a spot of blood. It seems like a flood. I've got my feet, I've got my shoes. I'm not gonna stick around and watch the evening news. I've seen it all, I'm not 10 feet tall. I can't stand for this. It's all such hit or miss. A hopscotch patch of walk is chalked in red, a crimson reminder of a girl who's dead. And I wonder why, with the sky so full of stars, she didn't have one to wish upon. And now she's gone. I've got my feet, I've got my shoes. I'm not gonna stick around and watch the evening news. I've seen it all, I'm not 10 feet tall. I can't stand for this. It's all such hit or miss. It's all such hit or miss.
Yeah.
If I only play a couple of chords at once, I'm okay, sort of. This is another cheery subject. This is about homeless. This part of town is a cardboard battleground. A refrigerator box is a bunker. Shaking arms are bayonets of hopelessness. They strike the belly of the night, and the night strikes back. They're the torn and broken soldiers of a forgotten war. The knuckles are cracked, the lips are chapped, bodies in an awful womb. A sidewalk is a mattress, a headline is a sheet. It's the only way these men will make the news. Their blankets carry profiles of presidents. Football players pose in black and white. But the ink goes dry when the homeless die. There are no names to sell. And a soldier's face is ugly when when it's cold. They're the torn and broken soldiers of a forgotten war. Children once, they've long outgrown their skin. Their souls are floating somewhere near the cold and laughing moon. No one is gonna retrieve them very soon. Whoops. I'm sorry. They're without a home in the land of the free. It seems we've lost the war on poverty. This part of town is a cardboard battleground. A refrigerator box is a bunker. They're the torn and broken soldiers of a forgotten war. The knuckles are cracked, lips are chapped, bodies in an awful wound. A sidewalk is a mattress, a headline is a sheet. It's the only way these men will make the news. Song, but I'm not sure exactly what song to play. So I'm going to play. Jeffrey, is it okay if I played one that I played here a couple of weeks ago?
You can do whatever you want.
Because,
Where are you from?
well, I grew up in Michigan, but
Where's your accent?
I live over in Somerville.
That's where his accent comes from. Somerville.
Oh, Michigan. Do I have an accent? What is it? What is it? Does it? Well, where I grew up, there were a lot of muck farmers and a lot of poor southern immigrants, and I was driving a tractor over there. So, I'll do this,
Play something funny.
I don't know it. Oh! That's all I know are depressing songs. Well, this is quasi-funny. This is about a girl in the laundromat who was reading Crime and Punishment.
All right.
But bear with me if I don't hit the C out the G, because it's kind of tough to see what this finger is doing all the time, okay?
Just think it's like you're driving a tractor.
I went to the laundry to do my underwear. I walked in the door, there was someone sitting there on one of them hardened plastic seats. She was reading Dostoevsky, he's my favorite. She was reading Crime and Punishment, that's one of my favorites. I wanted to ask about it, I wanted to talk about it, I wanted to talk to her about Dostoevsky. Now change it. What did she think about Sonia, who waited in the cold? For a man who'd only wither, for a man who'd just get old, for a man who not too long before had stood with an axe at an old woman's door. But I had so little time to listen, so little time to speak, so little time to open up her mind and take a peek. The tumbler of her dryer had stopped going around. I opened the door without making a sound, and I said, good book. Yes, I said, good book. She turned around to confirm what happened said. I gazed at her socks and I looked a little red. She filled up her basket and walked out the door. And as it closed behind her, I said once more, good book. Good book.
How are you doing?
Yeah. The The angels cry Raskolnikov in the Siberian cold. I know they watch the suffering of his unupholstered soul. But all that stuff is fiction, and none of it is fact. That's why when I'm around real people, I don't know how to act. The bridge between two real people is further than a touch. That's why I'll never find the Sonia I want her far too much. I went to the laundry to do my underwear. I walked in the door, there was someone sitting there. Thanks, Jeff.
Then we have, I don't know. Very good. What about this one over here, huh?
Thanks.
That was good.
Don't play it, man. I don't know many. I don't play very well. Thank you. Thank you.
Good book.
So she gave good
Good
book.
book.
Good book.
Bum, 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 bum. Another day in the basement, another day in the basement, all day long in my basement, another day. I'll take everything I own, I'll steal my mother's diamond ring, I'll punch Santa Claus right between the eyes, just so I can eat some fish cake, fish cake. How long do they take to bake up? Fish cake, fish cake. How long do they take to bake? Another day in the basement, another day in the basement, always from my basement, another day. I have no conscience left, I'll take penny rolls on the floor, I'll steal every bit of change on my roommates, or what's a fish cake, fish cake? How long do they take to bake up? Fish cake, fish cake. How long do they take to bake? Another day in the basement, another day in the basement, get no sleep in my basement, another day. I'll do anything I can, I'll steal my mother's diamond ring, I'll punch an old lady right between the eyes, got some fish cake, fish cake. How long do they take to bake up? Fish cake, fish cake. How long do they take to bake? Up here and make an ass out of themselves is perfectly welcome. Come on, Tim, I was hoping you would. Good. To the next level. As I get worse, I go down. Next, I'll be sitting on the floor. Can you hear this at all? Yeah.
Yeah.
a rainbow-colored phoenix rising out from the light of the sun. It was a rainbow-colored phoenix rising out from the light of the sun. As you put your sleepy head on my shoulder, I tried to start the car that wouldn't run. The car was dead and it started to rain. We were walking hand in hand. You started to laugh, said, only for you, my boy, in a rock and roll band. It was a rainbow-colored phoenix rising out from the sun. Put your hand on my head, come to run. And when all things seem so hopeless, and you're nervous it's about to end, I will always listen, hold you, my lover friend. It was a rainbow-colored phoenix rising from the sun. You put your sleepy head on my shoulder. I tried to ward off car that wouldn't run. The car was dead and it started to rain. We were walking hand in hand. You started to laugh, say only for you, my boy, in a rock and roll band. Rock and roll band. When all things seem so hopeless and you're nervous about the end, I will always listen and hold you, my lover friend. Listen and hold you, listen and hold you, listen and hold you, listen and hold you.
Tim, why don't you come up and do a song? Come on, Tim. Tim's in my band, Well Babies. He has long hair and he needs to get a job too.
I'm gonna do rap song. Really depressing. You don't want this in here? Yeah. My rap is dull.
day. Nothing I could think to say. Illegitimate kids have to play. A day in the sun with nothing, yeah. Everyone is wearing a ball and a chain. Half the world's children to blame. We hold our heads in disgust, but they need someone they can trust. When do we turn now that we've come this far? A roller coaster, we've abandoned the car. To walk a mile alone, we gather in the fields. To harvest meat, we drink the courage to hide. Legitimate sons in the street. The sons in the street. That was my rap tune. Story you heard goes something like this. Some little kid started playing with a fish, got caught in a well. Everybody said, hell, if the kid dies, we'll have to sell. We better get it out before she starts to smell. News spread further and the rest went wild. We can make a buck off this little child. Send the camera crew for live reports. This well, baby, shit sells better than sports. People started gathering, waited to see if they could get the faces on the TV. Hey, reporter, I can sing the blues if you put my face on the evening news. Well, baby, that is what you heard. Take my advice and don't believe a word. Cause if you want the truth, and if it ain't too late, listen to my rhyme and get the record straight. I've been all over this great big land, seen concrete beaches and streets of sand, seen long-haired hippies saying it's a new day, and people in the streets with no place to stay. And now I'm back with a story to tell, and you never heard a baby rap so well. Take my battle to the highest place, it's gonna shake my rattle in sucker's face. Yeah. Baby, that could never be. Made the media make me rich before I turned 3. Gave hope to all the masses while Ollie and Ronnie were lying like asses. Media hype mean nothing to me. I just knew it all intrinsically. I'm the stupidest version in history. And now I'm free. Thanks to all your money. All your money. All your money. All your money. Yeah, all your money. I lost my pick.
Yeah. Right here will be.
Would you like something depressing?
Real depressing.
No!
That's depressing.
Jesus, you beat the hell out of this thing.
Thank you, my Lord, for being my friend. I will love you, Lord, right up to the very end. When I'm alone, you are my friend. I will love
Thank you. One more?
Yeah, more.
Let me fix my hair. Can you hear this?
Yeah.
How about my new tune? How about an old one? How about one that's not so old? Let's see. Here we go. Something else is pretty depressing. I know, a love song. No one does love songs, right? I met this French girl once. I don't know what it is about you, but I felt it from my heart. And I want to sing about you. You know I heard a song right from the start. Good times in the mountains. Wish I could have spent them with you. Good friends need loving, like I need to make love to you. To know what it is to miss you is to know what it is to love you, and to know what it is to kiss you. Lord, I don't know. What's your name? What is it? Kyle? Kylie. Take it away, Steve. Sunshine, acid, and die alone. Long nights sleeping by myself, writing words to a song. I'm scared that without you I would never get along. Come on, Kyle, let's sing it.
Okay. I want to put it back here? All right.
How are you fine people out there? How are you fine people out there today? You're all looking good. Especially you women. Yeah. You know, this is the kind of day where I just like to sit in the bathtub. You know, sometimes I can spend hours in the tub. You know, sometimes I even put water in it. Yeah, well, I tell you, I got so drunk last night when I woke up this morning, I asked my brain if I could borrow my body. And my brain said, no, you got it drunk last night. You left it in a disgraceful condition. No, you cannot. So I don't know how I made it through the day. Well, I went to a fortune teller, but you know, fortune telling is all just a big racket. I went to the fortune teller, and she told me my fortune, but I think it was kind of a gift. She said, you are drunk. You will remain drunk. $10, please. I'll tell you, I don't know, that's not right, you know. I'd like to tell you a little bit about all my friends in the entertainment biz. I got a lot of them, you know. Being that's just the kind of guy I am, I guess. One of my most favorite people is Jerry Lewis. You know, I ran into Jerry during one of his serious moments. He was stuffing pencils up his nose, and he was buttering his tie. That Jerry, I'll tell you, he's a barrel of laughs. I got a mafia parrot. I got a parrot, but it was a mafia parrot. And worse than that, it squealed on the mob. Well, the next morning it woke up and found a seahorse's head in the bottom of its cage. I'll tell you. I took my niece shopping in the supermarket. I figured I'd get her a box of Quaker Oats, so I put the Quaker Oats in the shopping cart, and she said, Uncle Dino, look, it's Barbara Bush. I'll tell you, I need someone. She's real precious. You know, this time of year, Christmas time, New Year's, that big week, you know, it's the time when you think about going home and seeing all those friends and family you got back there at home, or no matter where you're from. And you know, you go home, and your chief mission when you go home, of course, is to live up to your own shortcomings. You sort of look at your relatives and you say, I could do that. And they look at you and say, why isn't he more like us? I'll tell you. Yeah, I'll never forget all the good times sitting in front of a roaring television set. You know, the saddest thing about not going home this kind of year is you start to thinking, yes? You don't go home, you start to thinking about all the presents you missed. I'll tell you. Christmas time is the time of year when it's made for you to get drunk with your best buddy. You both get really drunk, and you pass out on the sofa, and he tells you all the little dirty secrets that he never told you before. Yeah, he tells you stuff like the time he made out with your girlfriend, and the time when he stole the tip money from the time you were out drinking, and he tells you about the time he borrowed your favorite tie with no intention of returning it. And that's when you wake up and you say, give it back! Oh, man. I just tell you a little more about my family. You might be interested. You know, my daddy, he was a milkman. And we were poor, but we were broke. Yeah, we didn't have 2 nickels to rub together. So you know what we did? Well, you might think this is kind of silly. We went out and we got a bunch of pennies and we rubbed them together for a while. I'll tell you, we were so dumb we used to pick our own pockets, but since we never had any money, it didn't make any difference. Yeah, my daddy, he was a type man. He was a type man with a dollar. My daddy, the milkman, he was a type man with a dollar. But I'll tell you something about that man. He'd always give you a glass of milk and a mayonnaise sandwich if he liked you. Yeah, you know, I was a kid. I used to love animals. I wanted to grow up. I loved animals. I wanted to grow up. I wanted to be a dog, but I couldn't be. So I told my daddy I wanted to be a veterinarian. And he says, well, as long as you're going to get a job where you get bitten by dogs every day, why don't you be a mailman instead and stop sending us all these bills? I'll tell you, my daddy, he was really something. I took him to the art museum one time. I says, Dad, you can leave your cane outside the door. And he says, well, how am I going to poke holes in the oil paintings? Yeah, I'll tell you. I told my mom I wanted to be an astronaut, and she says, I don't think NASA would take an astronaut who wets the bed. I'll tell you, I guess she was thinking ahead. All those weightless situations. You know, I was a very bright kid. I was so dumb, I used to think that arthritis was caused by Arthur Godfrey. I don't know, maybe some of you had a similar experience. But, you know, I'd like to tell you a little bit about my Uncle Al. Well, that was his name. They called him Uncle Al, but everybody else used to call him Uncle Alkie. I'll never forget Uncle Alkie. I remember the first thing he ever said to me.
Somebody's gonna be shit out of luck if I don't get a drink up here pronto.
Yeah, I used to love Uncle Al. He was really something. My mom, she tried to sober him up. She'd offer him some coffee, and he'd say,
I don't want no coffee. Who would want to drink that bitter juice?
I'll tell you, you're the real poet, and you didn't even know it. My mom used to say, well, Al, how was your Christmas? And he'd say,
We had a banquet. We had a frozen fucking turkey TV dinner.
and she used to say, well, anyway, Happy New Year. And he'd say,
Who put the firecracker up your ass, lady? The world's going to shit in a 5-pound basket. An honest man can't get a break in this town. This town stinks. And you know what that smell is? It's the smell of money. I'll tell you, you can't sell ass boxes to Eskimos. Children think they're better than you are. Women. They stay at home and we go out and get the heart attack.
yeah, I used to talk on and on about his ex-wife.
Yeah, she left me. I said to her, she wanted security, and I said to her, baby, I can't give you no security, but I can give you a security deposit.
Yeah, I'll tell you, you should have been on the stage. See, the way you talk about current events, it was really something to listen to. He'd say,
When's that stupid fucking Arafat gonna take the underwear off his head? What's he got growing out of the back of his neck, his dick?
and I'll tell you, he used to talk about foreign affairs, Japan.
Japan. We dropped 2. We should have dropped 50. That's what I say. Should have dropped 100 of them on those chopstick jockeys.
I'll tell you, he had all his little tricks. We used to eat the Christmas dinner, and there'd be a wishbone, and he'd break the wishbone, and he'd get the bigger half, and he'd say,
If I hit the megabucks, my shit will be made out of chocolate ice cream. I'll buy a new suit. Frank Sinatra will be my shoe shine boy. And Neil Armstrong will drive my limousine. I'll buy all the liquor in the world and give a big party for all my friends. We'll rent Australia and we'll use the South Pole for ice cubes. And when a bum comes up to me and says, buddy, can you spare a dime? I'll say, there you go, here's $100. Try not to spend it all in one place. If I hit the megabucks, when I die, I'll give all my money to the church and they'll make me a saint. Saint Zillionaire, patron saint of moolah. And those angels, they'll worship me. I'll be on them like stink on shit. If I win the megabucks.
he used to take me and my sister driving, and we weren't scared because we thought it was a new ride at the amusement park. We'd be sitting in the back seat.
How you kids doing back there? You two look about as cozy as 2 sick kittens sitting on a wet rock.
Yeah, Uncle Alkie, I'll tell you.
like Porky Pig. You thought I was gonna hit that lamppost, didn't you? Fooled you.
And he'd go into the bar and leave us there in the car. And we'd say, "Take us, Uncle Alkie, take us." And he'd say,
Your old uncle's gotta go in and get himself some antifreeze. So you kids just stay right there.
and we'd still want to go, and he'd say,
Listen here, Skipper. When the big boats get in the water, the little boats better stay out.
and he'd take us home. We'd be asleep in the back seat. My mom, she'd say, "Al, I don't know how you do it. You're so good with the children." Yeah, I guess I have to say it. Uncle Alkie, he was good to us in a way. It was good having a homicidal maniac for a relative. Sort of taught us how to deal with the entertainment business later on. Uncle Alkie, around New Year's time, he wouldn't shoot off pistols or firecrackers. He'd ring the big bell, and he'd sing.
Should old acquaintance be forgot? And old lang syne.
Old Lang Syne. That means old long since. We're coming to the beginning of the new year. Not that this year has been a special year. And as we come to the beginning of the new year, I'd like to leave you with a parting thought. If I loved you before, I'll love you even more. Thank you.
Thank you.
What about?
Excuse me, but the best act's coming up. What's the restaurant? They'll bring it right out back here for you. Okay. Well, I just got to come on because there was a couple there's two women in the back here. They're here from the Select Sperm Bank Committee, and they came to check out Francis because they want him to contribute. Actually, I came up to introduce the next act. We have a female comic who's been playing around town at all the clubs, and she's a very fine act. So I'd like you to welcome to the stage Nancy Monroe. It's her first time here.
I never know what to talk about, so I figured this night we could do kind of like a group effort thing. The list of topics tonight are knowing the difference between a diabetic and a diuretic, Heather Locklear, brainchild of the 80s, embarrassing moments in pay toilets because I lead such a full life, men who date girls young enough to be their daughters. See, Prince Charles as a child, which is my one and only impersonation. And the exercise bike, a high-tech toning machine, or a place to dry panties. You decide. See, children standing in a circle, chanting dirty words. And last but not least, relating my lack of a sex life to a colored eye contact. This one's subtitled, "Feels Really, Really Bad for Me." Do I have any requests? A is knowing the difference between a diabetic and a diuretic. I like to go to restaurants and at the end of the meal, ask the waitress what she suggests for dessert, and when she says chocolate mousse, I go, ooh, I can't. I'm a diuretic. And so I would go, ooh, have an apple. Or I can't. My friend needs something with iron. He's an enema. I know. All right. Any other requests? Yeah, don't cheat. Meditate. Steve. All right? Men who date girls young enough to be their daughters. I don't have a joke of this. I just thought it was very sick. How about embarrassing moments in pay for it? You guys work with me. Enthusiasm here. That's embarrassing when you go into a bathroom. I just forgot. You go into the bathroom and you pay for it, you just screw that, it's laundry money. Can't believe I was there. And you crawl under, and you figure out that it wasn't a pay for it. There was just someone in there. And you're like face to face with the cross of some old woman's pantyhose. Embarrassing. It is embarrassing. Potentially very embarrassing. Almost as embarrassing as standing where I am right now. Alright? How about? Prince Charles, yes, my one and only impersonation. Oh yeah? Well, my mom owns this kingdom. Oh, I do another one too. Martha Brady. Oh, my nose. Good. And I think that's very appropriate for after that Brady special. What a ridiculous waste of time that was. How about children standing in a circle chanting dirty words? We like it much. Alright? I went home for Christmas and I taught little kids are so mean. I caught my 6-year-old sister standing in the living room with a bunch of my cousins. They're all standing around in a circle chanting, penis vagina, penis vagina. And they were laughing at the one kid saying penis vagina because she didn't know. They're so mean. Alright. Finally, how about relating my lack of sexual life to a colored eye contact commercial. Have you seen the commercial where the girl's sitting there and overhead you hear, the colored eye contact commercial and she's got like really blue eyes now? There's somebody excited in front of you. Not paper. What a great way to end. Alright, one more and then I swear I'll get off. Poor. I don't have any more. Guess this is it. We gotta end better than this. Heather Locklear. Who's that? Bite your tongue. The trollop. She'll be happy to know that she's not just a great body and a pretty face though. A couple weeks ago in Us Magazine she had a quote. Above her name was these immortal words. Nobody's seen me goofy. I think just using the word goofy makes her goofy. What if she goes to a room and act goofy alone? That was a little thing.
Never heard of it. Matt, have you ever heard of it?
You've never heard of Heather Locklear?
No, you're lying.
You're all lying. Yeah, she's a slut on Dynasty. Is that clear? Oh, it's so much funnier now, isn't it? Now that you know who she is. How many of you, do you guys smoke? Yeah, I think they should just get rid of the Surgeon General's warning. I don't think it's effective. I think they should just put, if you smoke more than 5 cigarettes a day, you're going to end up sounding like Brenda Vaccaro when you wake up. Do you know who Brenda Vaccaro is? No. Unbelievable. I know. This was reality. Oh my God. Unbelievable. I should have known.
No wonder we didn't laugh, huh?
Brenda Vaccaro was the Playtex tampon woman. Come on.
Where did you do that? No.
Come on. There are people in other rooms going, Brenda Vaccaro. I know who she is. I see her. So, the rest of the joke. What was I saying?
That's all you
Right. I think we should just say, she's got a very raspy voice. That's the whole point of the thing. Right. Get off. Now we want to go home. What are you doing?
Here comes the swing.
Tell us more about this.
Because you respond to them so well. I put myself through this. All right, well, thank you for... I'm so warmed up now. This is great. It might go over better. No, I don't do anything. I don't even do comedy.
That's a lie.
It's a lie. All right, well, thank you very much. I enjoyed it, but the warming out.
Thank you. I have a request. I forgot, usually as comics, like, we like to tape what we did. I forgot to put on my tape, so I'd like to reenact my set now, and I want you all to react just the same way that you did earlier tonight. So, no, actually I had a thought. I was thinking about J-Gags here, and, you know, he's going to grow up someday and have kids, and it'll be like, hey, what do you mean you don't want to play the guitar? Get back in there and practice. And stop turning the stereo down. And who told you to get your hair cut? Actually, I did want to share a little bit about my childhood with you all, because I feel like I've gained some closeness to you tonight. I grew up in a depressed house. It was depressing. My mother used to call us down, come on kids, come on down, it's supper time. I have a typical older brother. Do any of you have older brothers out there? Were any of you older brothers?
I was older brother.
Yeah. Well, I'll tell you, well, you can relate to this. My brother used to come down, and, you know, and he'd jump on me, and he'd fart, and hold me down until the smell went away, right? Yeah. Yeah, I thought it was great. He'd be laughing the whole time, you know, and then he would go away. My mother would come over, hey, don't worry about that. This is his way of saying he loves you. I hope now that he's married, I hope for his wife's sake he doesn't say with flowers. Oh. Well, Jay. I hate to interrupt your discussion. Is there anybody else that wants to go on tonight?
Yeah, Jimmy like to go on. Yeah, I'll go one more song.
No, it's hell. This is, I don't know. You guys have a lot of courage. I hate to be a comedian in the Middle East. Comedy hell, dude. We don't watch TV. Everybody sway a little bit. This is a sway song. Bad is bad, and good is good. And if you don't think like you should, you're mean. And meanie bite your head off. Don't let the 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 meanie bite your head off. Well, right is right, and wrong is wrong, and me and them meanies just don't get along. And that's the reason that I wrote this song against the meanies. Cause meanies bite your head off. Don't let the 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 meanies bite your head off. Goodies like us, we have to stick tight and tell ourselves that we are right, because it's them we have to fight to make it safe to sleep at night. And meanies, they can be so sneaky too. They'll try to make you see their point of view, but we'll say good and they'll say bad, and when they're dead, I'll be so glad, because they're meanies. And meanies bite your head off. Don't let the 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 meanies bite your head off. Well, meanies do evil things. Some are crooks and some are kings, and one's a taxi driver and another one sings, and one only wanted a one-night fling. And in history, meanies had us digging their ditches, and all those meanie women, they're just nothing but bitches. And one of them bit me and gave me 17 stitches, and my roommate bugged me to do the dishes, and meanies never listened to a word I said. We should all go fight them in the head, because the meanies bite your head off. Don't let 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 the meanies bite your. Don't let the meanies bite your head off. 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 Oh, it's supposed to be the end of the song, but Dan is Dan and George is George. And on this earth, they're a terrible scourge. And you and me goodies, we've got to have lots of courage, because they want to put us all into cold storage. And so a strong alliance, we're going to have to forage. Show the world that they're a bunch of porridge-sucking, mother-loving weenies. Weenies, bite your head off. Don't let the weenies 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 bite your. Don't let the meanies bite your head off. 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 Don't let the meanies bite your head off.
Having a 9-course meal over his house afterwards, and plenty of beer, and we're fine. Because we love Francis. So he has this special liquor called Haarer, fresh Canadian strawberry raspberry whiskey. Guaranteed to kill you dead. Can't beat it with a stick, so you can beat a little with a stick after you drink it.
Arch your foot. May's swinging it, so let's swing it. This is May the swinger. Swing! Breathe. Straight legs, straight. You think you had it rough to look at it? Get it right in the face. I know. What happened to the sweet low? The sweet low, the sweet in the chariot. Lisa. What about it? I would like to clap for Lisa because she's been awake for 2 hours. Let's do it on Lisa. Lisa?
Actually, I took 8 Dexatrons today.
That's excellent. Let's go over to the other side. Fire. Like a flagpole. Is there a holiday?
Keep the legs straight.
Thank you, Marie. We've got one song to do for Marie, my gosh! And it's ready to go. All right. It's about working in a factory. Listening, Ray? In Chelsea. 9 to 5. 8 to 4. And the man tries to throw his wife. It's a wonderful song. I don't know why Marie likes it. And they're having another child, and the frustrations build up, and you know, he can't stand his job. Not even He's working. Probably hates the boss. Hates the boss?
Oh, Lisa's the late number one.
Lisa hates her boss. All right, everybody who hates their boss, or who hates their job, I hate mine. I can't stand their boss. I hate mine.
I hate work. I don't care what job.
You just hate work.